Hi, it's David Avrin with the Customer Experience Advantage. We hear a lot about the advantages of being proactive rather than reactive. But there's a third option that can be even more powerful to your business. And I'll tell you what it is in a second. Now sure, it's important to be proactive and anticipate problems, and be reactive and respond quickly to issues that arise. But what of those times when there's not yet a problem, but merely a question or an issue or a customer inquiry? One of the most powerful predictors of business satisfaction is how responsive you are to your customers and clients. You know how frustrated you can get when you can't get a return call or an email message goes unanswered. Why do you think your customers will feel any differently? Now, in yesteryear, just being able to leave a message in our own voice on an answering machine or a voicemail was a big improvement over having somebody jot down our name and phone number on a pad. Well, today, everybody carries their phone with them. They carry their email with them. You can even send them a quick text message and they get it within seconds. So knowing all of this, your customers wonder why they have to wait for a response, if they get one at all. Now listen, I understand that we are overwhelmed with emails. Some of us get hundreds or thousands a day, and it's impossible to keep up. But is it really? You know darn well that once an email gets past 2 days, it's likely buried beneath dozens, if not hundreds of other messages. How many messages a week are you failing to respond to? And finally responding after they remind you doesn't count. You've already lost credibility and they've lost patience. Now, if you have time to keep your social media updated, then you have time to return messages and respond to inquiries. To be clear, I'm not suggesting that you have to respond to every spam message or unsolicited sales pitch. I don't. But every legitimate question or inquiry or request from a customer, a prospect, partner, employee, or vendor deserves a moment of your attention. The reality is that most in business do a poor job of keeping current with their email and responding in a timely manner. It's hard, okay? The fact that others are sporadic in responding gives us an opportunity to be strong where others are weak. Today in business, we need every competitive advantage we can get. Our business success rests on our customers feeling appreciated, respected, and valued. Feeling ignored is counter to all of that. You can do better. Here's why you do it. Everyone is busy, and the amount of messages we get a day, every day, can be overwhelming. I get it. Messages get put off and then are too often forgotten until we're reminded. But they shouldn't have to remind us to do what we already knew we needed to do. It's pretty unprofessional. Here's why we hate it. We know you got our messages or emails. Gone are the days of, gee, I never got your message. We can see that it was delivered. Doesn't mean it never happens, but really, we know that you just chose not to respond or put it off, you were busy, and that just doesn't feel good. Here's a better approach. Create systems and expectations in your organization. Create that culture. Just as franchise restaurants might have a standard internally that all food is delivered within 3 minutes of being plated, or phones in a company are answered by the third ring, you can decide that all of the emails are responded to within 24 hours, or phone messages by the end of the day. There will always be extraordinary circumstances, but policies, standards, and targets are the only way to assure compliance. And remember, it's not about policy, it's about the people. It's not about the return call, it's about our customers feeling heard. And nothing is more important than a strong reputation of treating your customers well. What's the alternative? Not being responsive to your customers? Just saying.